The loop has a face now. It looks like hers, it always did. Agent Lila Keene stared at the printed photo. It came from loop 005, encoded magnetically inside the tape's oxide layer. A mirror, a motel room. The message, loop 006, she see herself die. And in the mirror's reflection, her, standing where she had never been, looking at a version of herself, already dead. Keene didn't sleep that night. She reviewed every second of surveillance from the vault, her apartment, her car. No gaps, no breaks, but also no explanation for how that image existed. She hadn't been there, but the tape said she would be, and the loop had never been wrong. The next night, Keene woke up gasping, no sound, no dream. Just a feeling, like her lungs had stopped and restarted. She looked at the clock, 3:13 a.m., of course. Her mirror had fogged. She hadn't used the shower. On it, a handprint. And written beneath, in her own lipstick, watch the next tape. You're already in it. Loop 06 arrived the next morning. No envelope. No mailing label. Just there. Inside her locked desk drawer, the label read, "Playback triggers confirmation." It wasn't a threat. It was a process. As if the tape had to be played to become real. Keene entered the secure room alone. This is my confession. I watched myself die. No backup, no digital record. Just analog tape and fear. She hit play, and I did nothing, because I had already watched it happen. Older. Keene froze. It was her voice, but slower. Then another layer began. A different tone, same words. A voice whispering over her own. She stepped out of sync. Now the loop is correcting. Keene's memories began to shift. Suddenly, she remembered things she had never lived. Standing in the motel room, holding the recorder, writing the mirror message. Then she'd blink, and it was gone. Replaced by present-day thoughts, like two timelines folding into each other. She checked her pulse. 87 BPM. Normal. Then the mirror in the room, the one on the far wall, began to flicker. Not the glass, the reflection. Her eyes blinked out of sync with her face, and behind her reflection, herself, dead. Same shirt, same jacket. A slit in her throat. She had to know. She drove to the motel from the photo. Room 14. The front desk clerk asked if she was back again. Said she'd checked in 2 nights ago, paid in cash, never checked out. He gave her the key, no ID required, in the same pattern as the photo. No point, he mumbled. You always come back here. Inside, empty bed, no blood, no tape recorder. Just the mirror, cracked. And on the floor, her bureau badge. The photo on it had aged, hair gray, eyes hollow. Name, Lila Keene. Status, retired, deceased. One last recorder sat on the table. Plugged in, ready. She hit play. They warned me, but I had to see it. You will too, because the loop doesn't kill you. It lets you watch. Then it lets you remember watching. Now, confess. Keene fell to her knees. Something had snapped. Not physically, not mentally, chronologically. She was in 2 moments at once. One hand holding the recorder, the other covered in blood. She looked in the mirror. Her reflection smiled. Back at the bureau, surveillance for room 14 played on a loop. Keene enters, closes the door, never comes out. But the footage loops every 30 minutes and 13 seconds. And on the last frame, before it restarts, you can see her reflection in the mirror, mouth moving, saying something silently. Technicians enhanced it. She's mouthing, play the next one. She watched herself die, and now she remembers doing it. The loop has its first witness, and its next narrator. End of episode 6 gives next. Episode 7, Confession in the Static. Subscribe.